Well, I'm glad that somebody mentioned, that before now, that no one could hear me, because I was answering everybody and chatting. Thanks for mentioning John Locke. Thanks to Resubs Media and John Locke. Let's start over again. I'll re-edit the YouTube around this. My mic, I don't know what happened there, because I was even doing some recording earlier and it worked. What the? I had to unplug it and replug it in. I don't know what was going on. Hey, welcome everybody. This is DOScider, our ranking of DOS games, where we rank DOS games every month. God, I'm gonna do this whole thing over again. I hope you're feeling better, John Locke. I am also a little under the weather. I was just saying, people probably know this. My schedule's been a little bit messed up, so I hope you get better fast. I've also been having issues, although of a very different kind, and I am waiting for results, even though I can see my results. I've just got to wait for the follow-up appointment, which is in like another 2 weeks. And, man, knowing your results beforehand is like the best worst thing. I should stop having life happen to me. I agree. It's not very great. I don't like being able... See, right now, it's really unfortunate to be unable to stand up without fainting. It's not great. And, unlikely to get better until I go for a follow-up. In any case, let's go over our games. I had lots of quips about Police Quest 4. I had talked about it a bunch. We have 300 games ranked now. Every month, subs and patrons can request 1 game a month to be put on this list. You can jump into the Discord and put that into our sub club channel. Anybody can join the Discord, but for subs and patrons, you have a special channel just for you where you can put in the requests. We have our top 10 and bottom 10 that I like to go over. And also, if you just want to see the full list, you can type !DOS or go to DOScider.neocities.org and you can see it all there. You'll also be able to, if you type that command in, see the VOD list for all of our episodes, and you can see the episode number here. So we got our top 10. We have Day of the Tentacle, Doom, Heroes of Might and Magic 2, XCOM UFO Defense, NetHack, MechWarrior 2, Mercenaries, Maniac Mansion, System Shock, Sid Meier's Civilization, and Wing Commander. And our bottom 10, we have The Castle of Dr. Malvado, Terror in Christmas Town, Industrial Killers, Snapper Ozzy, The Fortress of Dr. Adiaki, Flintstones, Jetsons, First Person Pinball, All Dogs Go to Heaven, and Police Quest 4 Open Season. The question of what on earth could have, after 72 episodes, finally unseated All Dogs Go to Heaven? Well, the answer is Police Quest 4, because they had a massive ad campaign where they even put, over top of the actual, like, name of the game, they put Daryl F. Gates, who was supposedly the new police officer overseeing the series, hired about 6 months after he was forced out of office for his involvement in and corruption in things like the Rodney King riots, although later on they found out he was also responsible for the Rampart scandal and all kinds of other fun things in the LAPD. A game that is so incredibly vile and racist from the get-go, and honestly also just unplayable. Like, everything about it sucks. It's a muddy mess that's very, very hard to look at and watch and listen to. Like, every soundbite sucks, every image sucks. Like, it just is a muddy, brown, gross mess that is just full of unbelievable racism. Like I said, so much racism that former disgraced police chief actually immediately afterwards went, whoa, I actually didn't write or oversee any of this. I'm not involved in this. It's way too racist for me. And that should give you an idea of Police Quest 4 Open Season. Oh yeah, the manual is also just literally the LAPD handbook. Not like a fake one, not like styled, just the LAPD handbook. 'Cause it's real. It sucks. Too racist for the LAPD. Too racist for the LAPD police chief that oversaw Rodney King and Rampart and created DARE and SWAT teams and was renowned for his corruption and racism. Yes, too racist for him. Correct. It is a special level of hell. I thought that I could handle like 20, 30 minutes of it, and I did not get through about 10. Like, it was... Actually, I maybe made it a little longer, but it was rough. It's from the get-go, it's bad. I'm not gonna go over it again. It really, honestly, it's just a drag. It drags everything down. It's not even fun. Like, it's not fun to make fun of. There's nothing fun or interesting about it at all. It's miserable. It very well deserves to be below All Dogs Go to Heaven. It's not even like, for how political it is, it just, everything about it. There's nothing redeemable in that thing. It's a pile of shit. In any case, let's go on to some better stuff, because we've got some sub-requests right away as we listen to this little bit of Lemmings Packable Cannon. We have a request from Walking Sponge, and that is to do a little bit of a game called, not that, hello? This, International Bridge Contractors. From 1984. Yeah, exactly. You can take like a little bit of a laugh for a moment about like, why would they do these things in All Dogs Go to Heaven? Like, it's just so bad. No one could have thought this was good. But like, yeah, there's nothing like, you can't laugh at it and have fun with it. It was one of the only games that I very seriously considered just not covering, because doing anything around it was so miserable. And it really was. I'd heard that it was miserable and that it would be even more miserable than they could tell you by like talking about it. And I played it and I went, wow, no, they're right. Like, it was worse than I even imagined, even knowing all the things I knew about it beforehand. It's real nasty, real piece of work. And they just decided to do that, to like Sierra just in the middle of, God, I'm in the middle of talking about this again, but it's just mind-boggling. It shows how much I do not like Sierra anymore. I was always right. They just did that as an ad thing. They picked this super controversial piece of shit that nobody wanted around anymore and did it as like this big media move to create a circus around Police Quest 4. And this isn't like late life Sierra, oh my god, we're broke, we gotta do anything. Like, not that would excuse it, but like, you're like, okay, yeah, some assholes just like trying to keep the brand alive. But it's like, no, they were just, like middle of upswing Sierra doing great work, and then they just released that for, I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck they could have thought made that a good idea. In any case, International Bridge Contractors. Alright, we're G free. A little bit of a sim game. Kind of lemonade stand, I'm guessing. Let's go for Lieutenant White, as you would call it. Let's burn everybody's eyeballs out. Turn 1, company assets. Bridge construction status, and our cash reserve of $40 million. How did you make this bridge company? Well, I built it from my bootstraps, right from the ground up. I just got a small loan of $40 million from my parents. And, started going. Also, Tyrion 2000 keeps being pushed downwards. It's fair. It is fair. It's also a little tragic. I won't lie. It's a little sad. God, it feels like it should be hot. You know what's really sad? The Capture the Flag isn't a top 25 game anymore. That's the real tragedy. Okay, so let's do our company purchases display. Get a few work crews. There we go. All right, we got 20 work crews. I've got to imagine you need a bit, right? We don't need much research, though. Materials. Materials we're going to need a lot of. All right, so then end purchases. Communications breakdown cost the company $7,000. Dang. Someone's getting fired. So we can make a pontoon. Safe distance is 3,000. Max distance is 5. Cost per 100 feet. Got 9 million in cash reserves. You're dealing with a client that needs a bridge with these specs. Cantilever at 634 feet. Your cost for building this bridge is 3 million. I do not have enough work crews to build this bridge. I brought 20 work crews. Holy shit. It's almost like workers are what make a company or something. 3 times as many. All right, research and development blows through a bunch of my money. My cost for building the bridge. Okay, so we gotta do a bid. So obviously we gotta come in under our cost, right? I know how to business. Hey, Egrets! Good to see you.
They'll be here soon.
I wonder if it'll parse that. Apparently not. Let's go with 5 million. I get the contract. Hell yeah. Did that. Government lobby forces legislation to Congress, which saves the company $10 million in taxes. Oh, that's what my R&D was. Gotcha. Lobbying. Of course. Of course. Finally, Jeopardy. Oh my god, that's pretty good. So, is our bridge done? Suspension. Don't have enough work crews. Wow. Also, the cost for building it is 33 million. I don't have anywhere near anything to do that. Now, let's hire a bunch more work crews. And then... No, I meant to end that. Uh-oh. $7 million worth of construction? Holy shit. Get a tarp, guys. Yeah. Also, how do we just go 2 million in debt with no problem? Oh, I'm too big to fail. I gotcha. Cost for building this bridge is 800,000. Let's go with 2 million. Oh, the tarp cost 7 million. Oh, of course. That makes sense. So, I guess this is just the game. It doesn't have us, like, think about doing anything after that. Like, there's all this, like, cost per foot, safe distance, max distance. Does that matter? It just says that the... Like, it just immediately goes, a client you are dealing with needs a bridge. And then you bid for it. And... then that's it. Like, okay. Like, I don't get to... All of the charts about, like, what a bridge is safe to build and stuff doesn't matter because it's just a client asking me, which is, I guess, accurate to real life in a lot of ways. Like, okay, we made it. We're done. Bridge built. This is lean, you could say.
They haven't even yet.
No.
Okay.
You could call this a very lean game, I think. Hey, Comet. Good to see you.
Okay, let's run.
Build those bridges.
I want to see, like, what does R&D... Like, what happens when R&D actually does a thing? Let's go with 5 million again. Also, am I ever not getting the contract? Should I just, like... I need to find that out. Let's go 10 million. Yeah, no, it's fine with that. 3 times the price? Cool. Not a problem. Fucking insurance. Goddamn. Dang. Okay, so they lower the cost of bridges. Sure. So let's go 20 million. I get the feeling that there's nothing about the bidding that matters. I'm starting to think that they just don't actually have any bearing on this at all. $15 million in construction is lost? What? Man, this is just extremely random, is the thing. Okay, so we got 20 million for like a $2 million project. Can we get 50 million for this one? Okay, they do. They will actually tell you to fuck off. Also, like, they don't care if you just go into the red. This thing's wild. Like, okay, can I just keep purchasing? Yeah, sure, why not? Like, this thing is wild. Because this is done as if it's like, oh, okay, wait, I can go bankrupt. How, what? I think that we get it. This is interesting in that this is very obviously, I don't know, I'd hesitate to call this a game. It seems like it's very much trying to be like edutainment simmy type stuff, but it has even less like Wait, we just got 75 million for a gift? Okay, sure. But, like, it has less going on in it than, like, Lemonade Stand. This is wild. There's just nothing here. I mean, a lot of early games are pretty slight. But this thing is just... Slight barely covers it. So when do you go bankrupt? Because we owe $6 million. You think that would matter? $13 million of our bridge materials ended up just being radioactive. Oh, okay. That seems like a problem. Like, we're just in the red. What does this matter? What? So confusing. Our secretary is sick and wishes to go home. That's it. That's the day. Sure. Like, it's not... You don't get an idea of, like, negotiating things. You just type in a random number, and sometimes it accepts it, and sometimes it doesn't. It seems like I can go 10 times as much sometimes, and other times I can't. And I don't know what, like... Like, okay, this time I went 10 times over the cost, and they were like, yeah, totally deal. Other times I go 4 times, and they go, wow, that's insane. Which, yeah, okay. Ooh, I have enough to do the big bridge. So let's go for 100 million. Hey, Sponge, good to see you. We're doing yours. How goes contracting? It goes. So why do we need materials? Because it seems like if we go over materials, we just get the money anyway, right? Like, because we didn't have 38 million in materials to do that last one. It just gave us the profit. It just went, yeah, okay. It doesn't seem like our purchased construction materials matter. Whoa, wait. So I somehow, while running this company, don't worry about that. I certainly did not do that. My crimes are greatly exaggerated. See, like, we've gone 10 times over, and it's like, yeah, totally cool. And otherwise, it's like, eh. What? 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 Whew, research and development managed to get some... Huh. Yeah, the amount over just has to be totally randomized. 45 of your 50 cigarette smokers die of cancer. Okay. R&D, the R&D department maybe needs some oversight. You know. See, like, the cost for building the bridge doesn't care about the materials that we have at all. Okay, so we have 24 million in materials, right? So let's see what our next one is. Next one is only 100,000. Okay, that's not going to be the best one to see from. Wait, no, I don't have enough materials to build a bridge. Okay. Okay, so it does care about that. Fair enough. Whoops, I accidentally went way into debt somehow. Government launches investigation into our alleged underground activities. It should not affect business. This is hardly a game, but it kind of has some of the wildest random, like, text boxes I've ever seen. Okay, and then we just get $45 million, even though we were in the red. I don't... Yeah, the random world building around this is... unbelievable. Okay, so we have 60 million. And this one just costs... Okay, fine. Okay, cost is 41 million. There we go. So we have 60 million. So we should end up with like 18 million left. Let's go with... We want to make sure we build this one, so let's go with double the cost. I want to see how this works. So it used some materials, but nowhere near what the cost is. Was the other part of it like the crew, quote unquote? Like, what's the... I don't... This thing is real weird. We've also gotten this event like 4 times already. There's not a lot of random events that are programmed into this thing. And yeah, there's hardly a game here. I think we're good. I think we understand what's going on. It would make sense if it factored in labor costs. Other than, I agree that it would make sense from like the angle of this is a sim game and they would want to simulate that. It doesn't make sense in that this is a sim game that has not simulated almost anything else. So why would... It's simulating in the labor costs, but like behind the scenes without telling you in any real way and not showing you any calculations and stuff is like... It's just, it's weird. Wouldn't even let me ask them for that. Wow. Can't believe it. All right, here. I am going to R&D the fuck out of bridges, man. You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't understand at all, chat. We're gonna have to make up some of that R&D spend. Sorry, listen, they were making some counterfeit money. It's fine. Would I like to play again? No. So that is International Bridge Contractors.
At Northback, we're working.
Oh, cool. I love it. My playlist is not working anymore. All right. Let's see where we should rank International Bridge Contractors. That was $1 billion worth of R&D, yes. Oh, man. Wow. Sorry, I'm getting 3 minutes of ads per 1 minute video for soundtracks on YouTube. Amazing. What a system. Whew. So for a lemonade stand style game, that does not actually do any of the calculations. Like, lemonade stand has things like weather and like pricing versus how many customers you get. Like, it tries to do like a bunch of different things like that to actually, I don't know, simulate a business. This one just feels entirely random. Like, it doesn't give you an idea as what other people would be bidding on things for. Like, it doesn't give you, oh, if you give more money to R&D or less money, you're gonna like have more breakthroughs. Like, none of it just feels very disconnected. I'd say it's around the Alive Sharks level of game. This came out in 1984. It is a very, very early video game. So in that way, I get it. But like, again, when did Lemonade Stand come out? Like, it's gotta be pretty close, right? Like, when did the Lemonade Stand come out? And I'm trying to find it. But like, that style of game has been around for a while. Oh, Lemonade Stand, the original one, was 79. And then got ported to DOS a lot later. Yeah, it depends on which version of Lemonade Stand. Yeah, exactly, fair enough. But, like, even, I don't know, even early ones seemed like they had more than that. This has just nothing going on with it. In any case, I think I'd rather play Me or Obliterator. I in fact think I'd rather play Donkey. No, I wouldn't rather play Donkey.Basic. This one, at least, you get the fun of number go up, and you can play against your friends. So, like, you know, I guess that there is the slight advantage of you can kind of fuck around with a friend for, you know, an hour, 45 minutes or something. It's true, it does have some very important criteria in that I can play it with one hand and while sitting, which is good. Congratulations to International Bridge Contractors for being a top 250 DOS game, and for more importantly, being an incredible game that knocked Police Quest 4 Open Season out of the top 300 slot on DOS games, because it does not deserve to be there. So next up, neat. Man, my YouTube YouTube ads are back up for reasons like they've always been. They've always been up. It's great. Everyone loves them. But we have our next game was a request from Loaf Sneeze. We're kind of going through the Sim days. So we've got a bit of a classic here, although it's not the classic version. It's Deluxe. One moment. Sorry. 1 second. The Oregon Trail Deluxe. From MECC, I have not Oregon Trailed yet. Well, okay, I've Oregon Trailed a lot. I have not Oregon Trailed for DOScider yet. This is a game that I very much, like, associate more with, like, Apple II computers. Floppy disks and Apple IIs. Travel the trail. You're about to begin a great adventure, traveling the Oregon Trail across the rugged landscape of North America. Your covered wagon, pulled by a team of oxen, will travel from Independence, Missouri to the fertile Willamette Valley of Oregon Territory. A journey of approximately 2,000 miles. Before you set off on the trail, register your name, names of the members of your wagon party, and your occupation. Hi, buddy. After that, you'll need to buy supplies and make other important decisions. Okay, man, just went right past me. I see. Good luck. And yes, I did do a Canadian trucking thing. I believe that was also from... God, it might have been MECC. That is Cross Country Canada. It's a great little game, actually. It's really cool. Cross Country Canada is really neat. Cross Country Canada was like... Yeah, there it is. It was one of those games that they did, much like Oregon Trail and a bunch of other ones like this, like... they would do, say, like... an Oregon Trail, and then they'd do like a bunch of other versions for different territories. Hi. Sorry, I'm getting distracted slightly. But you would get like, so there was like Cross Country Canada, and then Cross Country like US, and Cross Country blah blah blah. Yeah, there was Cross Country USA was actually the first one, Which is funny because it is a Canadian company that did it. It was not MECC. It was a Vancouver-based company called Diditech Software, apparently. But then they did like Cross Country USA, then Cross Country Canada, Cross Country California, Cross Country Texas, Cross Country North Dakota. Like they're just one of those ones where they're just explaining like all these different places to students kind of thing was what they were trying to do. All right, we're going to have some people in our wagon. First, we got Walking Sponge. Oh, I'm getting licked. Hold up. Hi. Oh. That's very nice. Anybody else raising their hand? Ghidorah raised their hand. Hey, Snowball! Snowball just raised their hand. And media. All right, we got our group. I know that's not what you were doing, Snowball, but good to see you. You were saying hi for your game. No, I know. That was the joke. But it was real good. Sorry, Zelos. Oh, buddy. I know. Help. Do I want to be an evil banker? Hi. Do you want to come sit? What are we doing? Slightly disappointed with breaking the naming tradition. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Wow. Let's go. Let's be a teacher. Here, we'll have Zelos as our fifth person, being the one that requested going in. We'll put Zelos as the leader of our wagon. What are you doing? Do you want to lay down? I need you kind of out of the... Oh, buddy. No, don't lay on the mount. You can't lay exact... Well, there's his ass, and here's my mouse. Can you, like... I know. That's terrible that I would move you slightly. I know. Just lay down. I'm just going to shuffle you a little bit. Oh my God. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I just needed you to move slightly. Alright. So we have... Let's get some oxen. We need... Hey, bud. Stop trying to hit me. He's very mad that I tried to move him. 6 sets of clothes? Okay, bud, stop trying to hit me. Oh my God. Boxes of bullets. 2. Well, okay, stop. Stop. My hands are broken. You can't hit my hands. And the last bit, we'll need a lot of tons of food. Let's spend all the money. Oh, did you just growl at me? He's going as he's laying here, and every time that I move my hand on the keyboard. Oh, now you're not going to do it. You're like, no, I'm too grumpy. He's been like doing the cat like tap push your hand down. Like, stop doing that. God, little fucker. I love you. It's weird to use a mouse in Oregon Trail. Oh, fuck, I should look at what the maximums of things are, huh? Fine, I guess we'll keep some extra money. Actually, sure, keep $20. Or no money. There we go. You need to decide when to set off on the trail. If you leave too early, there won't be much gas for your oxen to eat. You may encounter some very cold weather and late spring snowstorms. If you leave too late, you may not get to Oregon before winter, which can be very dangerous. I'd say April. April's not too bad. I also don't know what too bad would mean here, because being in Canada, we tend to get a fair bit of snow around here in April still. Oh man, we're gonna get sound? Deluxe Oregon Trail is really interesting. It's not the version that I'm used to. Don't lay on the keyboard, bud. Okay. Started down the trail. 7 oxen. Sits at the clothing, etc., etc. Alright. Continue. An ox is sick. We rest for a day. Yo, boys! Welcome, welcome. Good to see everybody. We're doing a little The Oregon Trail Deluxe. No, I have no money. So, it's time to ford the river. Shit. 2 members of the wagon drowned. Well, Ghidorah and Media are already dead. Dang. Probably should have looked at the crossing a little more first. I didn't look at all at how deep that was. That was probably real bad. Hey, Gibbon. Blub, blub, blub. Oh man, we're gonna have so many extra rations. Three feet deep? Ah, we can just afford that. Son of a bitch! And what was like 5 feet of water? You can drown in a bucket of water. It just takes certain skill. A skill that Ghidorah and Media CL apparently have. trails from the jumping off places. Independence, St. Joseph, Council Bluffs come together at Fort Kearney. Neat. We're learning. Still have 278 pounds of food left, too. Uh-oh. The temperature's getting cold. Yeah, 3 feet of water is... It's not much... It's weird that it says the wagon sinks. The wagon getting tipped over definitely makes sense. Blizzard. Let's hole up. A warm blizzard. Can't hunt near Chimney Rock. Wow, I thought that we were in America. I thought we were allowed to do things like hunt. Also, we should probably hunt now. Oh, this is... Deluxe Oregon Trail is interesting. Huh. This definitely is better than... Okay, I think that we just end the hunting. That was a lot of food. Yeah, we shot... Oh my god, we shot 2,400 pounds of food. But we only can carry 200. Son of a bitch. Woof. That was maybe a little overzealous. Hey, listen, sometimes you just... Hey, okay, listen. Have you ever gone into a supermarket? You ever go into the supermarket and you go and you buy like a bag of spinach? And it gives you like a bag like this. You get like a huge thing. Or I bought sweet basil today. You buy basil and it gives you a bunch. It gives you this much basil. I can't use that much basil. I'm never going to use that much basil. Of course I'm going to waste 90% of it. It's not my fault. Sometimes you just, you know... Every once in a while, you go to the supermarket, you shoot 500 bison, and you realize, wait, oh, I can only take back half a bison. You know, sometimes you're just a little hungry, and you want to get a little snack, and it ends up just being a little overboard. I don't know. Hi, kitty. Okay, he's moving away. All right, cool. Let's... Because I have no money, right? Yeah, I have no money. £100 of food. There we go. Oh. No, I meant... What do I want to get by trading? Sorry, there we go. Right. You don't get... You can ask for a thing, and then they offer what they want for it. I do not have enough sets of clothing to do that. Salem started doing anything where he can see you in the room and he has to get permission to come in. Just yell at you until you say it's okay. That's very good. You took the wrong trail. So we're a golf trail now. Thank you. If you like that humor, you can check out all the episodes by hitting !DOS and seeing all of the different VODs. Sorry, I've got my cat deciding to lay on the mount. Can you please? Hey, Sponge wanted to die from dysentery. There we go. Congratulations, you've got it. What? Some bullshit. Yeah, I was gonna say, you only need to shoot one bison, as it turns out, if you're gonna carry 200 pounds of food. Alright, we're rusting. I definitely like the updates they have for the Deluxe Edition. I haven't played this. I don't know if I ever played this one, actually. Hey, Sponge recovered from it. Sweet. Bison are massive, yes. We have, oh my god, and now cholera. We have bison near where I am. There's a few places, and they're really big. Yeah, every bison is grocery store basil. Exactly, you get it, Gibbon, see? I made some bruschetta today with all that basil. It's pretty good. I'm excited for that. It's marinating for now. To go with the fresh bread that I made. Let's rest like another 3 days and see if we can get Snowball a little bit better. Well, yes, you're going to make bruschetta 7 times in the next 5 days. Yeah, that's what you have to do to actually use up all that basil and stuff. They only sell packs of, like, fresh fruit and veggies in, like, 6 family size. Hey, Coda, good to see you. Now you got typhoid? What are you doing? Stop just drinking from every random hole. Stop wrestling all the beavers. No water. Okay. Let's rest for another couple days and try and get better. Snowball as well again. All right. Shortcut, baby. They have a really bad problem with balancing. Yeah. I do think they've done a pretty poor job of the balance in this game in a way. In that, like, I mean, obviously that's kind of a silly thing to say, but there is, like, for the hunting minigame, and this is always true in Oregon Trail, you have this issue of, like, all the bigger animals that give you better rewards are a lot slower. So, like, why bother with squirrels and rabbits and things? Like, so many times you're like, okay, well, that's impossible to hit, and it's faster. Like, it's not worth it. Sometimes you eventually have to, but... The Oregon Trail meta. Exactly. I'm saying, listen. Could have done a better job. That's true, yeah. The larger, more valuable ones do become more scarce over time. Like, as you notice, there's no bison now. Sponge was bitten by a snake. That seems unfortunate. Well, that's alright. It looks like we've got one person left, so we'll make it. "20 feet deep." Let's try and float it. Hey, we did it. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. No water, bad water. No water, bad water. Not really anything I can do about the bad water is the problem. And no water. Oh no. Let's try and rest from this snake bite, because we only have one last person. Y'all need to start wearing boots. Health fair. Oh my god, stop. Stop getting bitten by these same snakes. Oh, the soda springs are so pretty. I would like dollars in cash. Let's get 5 so we can do a ferry for wagon axle. Sure. You'd think that joining up with another wagon train would be a good idea. Getting close. Thankfully, we hardly use any food now. We've got lots of advantages. I'm really playing into a min-max meta here. Don't need a lot of water and food if you don't have any, but Jesus Christ, Snowball. Listen, I need you to start wearing boots. You gotta start looking in the grass. You gotta pay attention. Snowball's just trying to get bitten by it. God damn it. Snowball's just like, oh god, what is the guy's name? Oh shit, just a second. I gotta, what's the scale? Oh, the Schmidt pain index. You're trying to do the Justin O. Schmidt, but for snakes. For those that don't know, Schmidt is the entomologist who decided to get stung by basically every insect that he could find to make a sting pain index and describe all of the pain from various bug bites that he could get. And did things like bullet ants, which has the quote of, "The pain is like, quote, walking over flaming charcoal with a 3-inch nail embedded in your heel." And then he described it as waves of burning, throbbing, all-consuming pain that continues unabated for up to 24 hours. Snowball's just doing that, but for every snake in North America. Is a rattler worse than getting bitten by, like a copperhead? You know, not pretty similar. Copperhead venom's very, like, smoky on it. On the back end, it's a little rougher. Our health is good, apparently. Snowball don't care about these snakes anymore. Building up resistance to snake bites over time. That's probably like 400 pounds. Yup, I only needed one. That's alright. Hey look, Snowball's doing good again. Don't stop drinking the bad water, though. What? There we go. Little fucker. There we go. I don't even need that bison. Ooh, that was a big buck. Trail's impassable. Let's go at a strenuous pace. It's getting late in the year. It's August. We need to get going. Unfortunately, the trail's impassable, so we're just kind of stuck waiting. Yeah, we're gonna hit winter. Oof, impassable again. We have gotten some pretty bad luck here. Like, for example, drowning 2 of our members in the first 5 minutes of the playthrough. And the Deluxe Edition really does smooth over a lot of the edges of this game, though. It makes it so easy to use. Just, like, mouse control the whole thing. Feels really nice to use it. 6 feet deep. Ugh. Alright, we get a guide to help us. It was, in fact, 1992. I'm gonna get down to, I'll just do it now. That one buck just... Well, there's 1,000 pounds. I said such a leisurely pace at the beginning, and I didn't really look at how late in the year it was getting. Because you probably don't want to be trying to travel over the Rocky Mountains in October. We'll just... As someone who likes to do a lot of backwoods camping, let me tell you, you do not want to be in the Rocky Mountains in October. Oh, we're gonna shortcut the hell out of this. We're almost there. Ooh, found a whole bunch of stuff. Good things. Looks like we're just about done. Delayed. Why were we delayed? Didn't say anything that delayed. Oh, heavy fog, probably. Yeah. We do have $5 to hopefully cross the river. Rough trail. It was undoubtedly worse to be in the Rockies in October in 1848, yes. Congratulations, Zealous! You have made it onto the Oregon Trail list of legends. Can we see our scores? Huh. Where do you see the high scores? Hey. Okay, actually. Huh. I feel like it faded out to them at one point. Maybe it was when I did the travel a trail. Maybe it showed us. I'll leave it 1 second here. Like, was there a track screen? Did it fade out? This is important for ranking it. It had the list and options. Yeah, okay, 5th. Yeah. It wasn't options? Oh! Okay, they're in order here. I see. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, Snowball was the real hero there. Hot damn. Yeah, key to success was just killing off most of the parties so we didn't have to hunt so often. It worked out real good. Alright, I have to be gone for just a minute as I give this cat some pills and we go to our next game. Well, actually, wait. First, I should actually rank this thing, huh? Should I do the thing that this is about? Maybe I should. I'm starting to think that might be a good idea. It's a classic. It works really well. Like, I think they did a good job of streamlining a lot of the systems. It's not like a really in-depth game, but it's still very fun to play, and going for high scores is still interesting. You kind of just have to deal with RNG, so it's certainly not amazing or anything, but it's still Oregon Trail. It's fun. got some, like, at least half-decent music and art and stuff that they've added to this version, which is nice. Like I said, the UI is so much better. Like, it's just really streamlined that way. They did a great job with that. Yeah, and it's always just a decent story engine of a game. Like, that's the thing with Oregon Trail. It's one of those games where you would go... It's kind of like, weirdly enough, I mean, I guess this is why we jokingly put it on Rogues Day at one point at someone's request. Because it has a very, like, NetHack feel to it. In the same way that for our first NetHack run ever, I got eaten by a mimic in the first shop that we ever went into. It's very funny to be like, so I started out on the Oregon Trail, we went to the first river and drowned 3/4 of the party instantly. It's just like, it generates this little, you know, story inside of itself, which is definitely a lot of the appeal. I do think Putt Putt Goes to the Moon is better. And probably Beast Within, I guess, maybe. I'd rather play Overkill, that's for sure. That being said, I think it beats out, like, World Class Leaderboard for sure. And actually, I think National Lampoon's Chess Maniac 5,000,000,001. Listen, you've been in the top 100 for a while. It was actually a pretty cool game. You wouldn't think so, but it was surprisingly good. I think it's better than Nova 9, actually, too. Would I rather play it than Overkill? I really... Oregon Trail is still just a lot of fun. Being able to change people's names, that you could always, like, sit down with a bunch of your classmates and be like, hey, let's get, like, Jerry killed by dysentery. It's such a classic thing to do. For some reason, this is one of those games where it's, like, more than the sum of its parts. You know... No, I like it more... Yeah, I like it more than Space Hulk now. The more that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, actually, you know... I'm slowly thinking about this. I don't think it beats out Where in Time as Carmen San... Well, oh god, Where in Time is definitely one of the less good ones. Sim Earth is kind of neat. I think it goes here. It goes here. Cool game, man. Oregon Trail, still just kind of a banger. I'm going to take a quick break, though, because I've got to give my cat some pills. And we'll be right back with our next game. Thanks for being here, everybody. If you like to stream, those follows mean a lot. Like I said, you can always check out DOScider.neocities.org for the full list and everything. And I'll be right back. Thanks for waiting around, everybody. Sorry about that. Gotta wrangle the cat and shove a bunch of pills down his throat to keep him alive still. He's definitely been doing a lot better. We have his follow-up soon this week, so just to let everybody know where he's at. He's been doing a lot better, and I'm hoping that his follow-up shows that he's okay. In any case, we have a final game today. This one, a request from Ghidorah. And we've got, like I said, a little bit of a simulation day. Because this one that I haven't seen before, and seems a little more involved. We have Buzz Aldrin's Race into Space. This is one I'm not familiar with at all. Although I did end up trying to read a bit of the manual before this. Yeah, we did International Bridge Contractors and Oregon Trail Deluxe. Yeah, you only missed the one. And it was not much of one. Although it did knock off Police Quest 4 from being a top 300 DOS game. So, congratulations to it for that. So this is some really good music right off the start. Huh. I didn't look up Strategic Visions. I guess it's the only game they ever did. Did this for Interplay and nothing else ever. Yeah, DOS is a world of contrast. Sometimes you have several uninteresting things that don't really have much going on and you just bop through like 5 of them in, you know, an hour. Or sometimes you'll think that something is very easy and not involved and it'll just suck up 2 hours of time. I'm guessing this just montage just keeps going. Yeah. Or... Come on. Can I... Okay, there we go. I was pressing buttons to skip it and it didn't do anything. This game went open source in 2005 and just this year got a 2.0 release. Oh, neat. Huh. It's got modem and play-by-mail, which is pretty great, actually. I love that you can just edit all of your original roster and everything. Yeah, play-by-mail immediately means you know that it's got a little bit going on. So yeah, you can actually get all of the, like, historic astronauts and change all of their stats and stuff. Huh. So I had seen that. I don't remember what that does from the manual. Let's take a look real quick. What does that do? This is one of those, the manual for this game is actually fairly short considering it is only 51 pages. Simple. Okay, 4 is the animation. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Huh. Doesn't say anything other than it's the animation. And yeah, you can change how hard it is for you or how easy. I love that it immediately makes it so that player 2 has an extremely difficult time. Computer opponent operates under the same conditions you, so don't feel too bad when things go wrong. It's happening to the other side. Just don't always hear about it. There is an exception. Do badly enough on level 2 or 3, and you can get fired, which loses the game. And there's also astronaut difficulty. It's down below, as you can see. And it just gives us more data on our astronauts, apparently. I'm guessing still pictures versus animated, but I don't know exactly what that would mean. It's interesting. Huh. We're gonna play as the glorious Soviets. The space race is one of those things that gets really, basic model historical roster. It gets really interesting when you learn a little bit more about it. Because when you get told in school, you're like, yeah, the US won the space race. They made it to the moon. And then you look and it's like, okay, they didn't get the first satellite or the first person into space or the first unmanned space flight or like just like every single thing that they were going for over and over. And they just kept on moving it to like, well, we'll make it somewhere first. And then when they did it, they're like, yep, we won. You're like, wait. Apparently, yeah, you could do computer versus computer. Oh, I love that as an option. We'll need to look at that in a minute. Chief designer of the USSR. Developments in the world. Oh, that's pretty good. That's really good for the time. Holy shit. That's cool.
The General Secretary announced to the Politburo the new head of the Soviet space program. The chief designer will lead the Soviet Union to greatness in the exploration and conquest of space. This concludes our news broadcast. I'm Svetlana Isvestia. Good night.
Okay, so that's our animation, I imagine. And then you have all of your like R&D, vehicle integration, tracking, the Kremlin wall, KGB headquarters. Okay. Can look at the Kremlin wall. See all of our cosmonauts. All right, the Politburo has very high expectations for me. That's unfortunate because I don't have any of them for myself. Was it? There we go. Like, the administration building's the main one that we want to do. We have 60 megabucks. Yeah. That's what Russia operates on. Megabucks. Didn't know that? Our projected budget's going to go up. Good. Okay, so that's mostly just for history things. Hardware purchase. The purchasing office is where you purchase new hardware programs or restock your hardware inventory. It's interesting both sides start at 60 MB. I don't know what they mean by MB. There's a built-in advantage, technology transfer, for developing similar programs in progressive order. If you develop the Atlas rocket on R&D at up to 75% or greater, and then purchase the Titan program, the Titan's initial safety factor will start at a higher level. If you would purchase the Titan program first, it would start an initial safety of just 5%. See the player's aid card for technology transfer figures. So you have to, like, look up the tech tree, essentially. Developing programs in sequence is helpful, but again, not always necessary. Some players may devise unique strategies by skipping some programs and adapting to current and future needs. Let's get a Sputnik, I guess. Our safety is 0%, which seems bad. Let's get a couple of Sputniks. Alright, we'll do that. And then we can do our future missions. And so on this one... Before sending spacecraft, satellites, and astronaut cosmonauts in space, you must first schedule launches. All space missions must be planned one season in advance. If it is spring, you'll be scheduling space missions for the fall season. On the first turn of the game, spring 1957, it will be impossible to launch any missions until the fall of 1957. After selecting future missions, you'll be presented with a view of the spaceport's launch pads. Start the game with only one available pad. You may purchase up to 2 more on this screen. 1 mission per pad. Pads damaged by errant rockets or adverse conditions must be repaired before they become available again for missions. Select which launch facility you wish to use. With a minimum of 2 launch facilities, joint launches can be scheduled. Joint launches are missions that use 2 pads and involve separate launch vehicles. Payloads rendezvous and dock in Earth orbit, lunar orbit, or on lunar landings. If you do not wish to schedule any future launches, blah blah, you can exit by clicking the cursor in the black area. Okay. So this is our current mission, i.e. we don't have one. So this is manned or unmanned. And it shows the duration of it. It toggles whether we do docking or not. This toggles EVA, so like spacewalks. Landing, like lunar lander. And then this is single or joint mission, I think it looks like. Yes, okay. It's one of those very complicated games. And you can choose to lock these in so they just can't be changed, which I don't know why you would need to do that. And there's a milestone risk and a safety risk. So that's showing that we're fine because we're not really doing anything. Okay, so these are the different types that we can do. We can do up and down to kind of show them. We can do an orbital satellite, a manned suborbital, an unmanned suborbital, a manned Earth orbital, unmanned Earth orbital, etc., etc. So there's a lot of different things we can do. Okay, let's do that. This lets us draw mission stops so we can actually plan out every part of the launch. God, Lord. Okay. Huh. Okay, yeah, and so you can like actually change these buttons to make your operations just totally custom. Wow. See, now this is the in-depth stuff that I didn't think that like international bridge contractors 10 years prior to this. But at the same time, certainly expected a little more in-depth from that. This has got some depth, baby. Wow. And you can recruit cosmonauts if you want. Gotta wait a little while. Kind of wanted to see about the still pictures just to see. It's time capsule. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Saves. Okay. Got our viewing stand. We can look at our last launch missions and stuff. Start researching those. Huh. Alright. That didn't seem to change the animation here.
Ministers have announced the increase in spending for conventional ground forces and short-range missiles. This concludes our news broadcast. I'm Svetlana Isvestia. Good night.
Missiles are now a thing, so bombers no longer matter. Alright, so we're now on pre-mission check. Yeah, why not? Okay, hold up. Oh, we have to assemble the hardware, of course. Select payloads and booster. Our payload is Sputnik, our rocket is that, yeah. So let's set it for... Cannot change the date. Sure. I think so? Play full. Okay, let me see how this works exactly for a moment. If you have a mission scheduled this season and you have completed all of your other tasks, including VAB, VIB, you are ready to begin launch countdowns. The screen will appear asking you to rush a launch. Lower in the safety factor by 3% for all hardware in each step, or downgrade a mission. A less complicated, safer mission, but you lose 3 prestige. You can only downgrade a mission once. Later, you'll have the option to launch or scrub. Each mission you have scheduled can be rushed 1 or 2 months. This costs additional funds, which is why we didn't get the option to do it. A series of screen will list the launch order and describe the current mission. Human opponents may watch the missions together. That's cool. You'll only see your computer opponent's mission footage if it has a successful prestige first. The releasing of this propaganda footage gives your intelligence agency the opportunity to analyze the film data and provide you information on the space hardware in Pentagon or KGB statistics. Your opponent's nominal missions or failures will be kept in secret. This is a really cool game. So it's a lot of, like, hiding information from your opponent, too. Mission failure. Explosion during ascent. Rocket and payload destroyed. Oops. I'm sure the Politburo is not too mad at me, right?
Good evening. And now, there has been a major breakthrough on the program. This concludes our news broadcast. I'm Svetlana Isvestia. Good night.
Alright, and we now have Khrushchev as the new leader of the Soviet Union. Perfect. And I got a whole bunch more cash. Let's do some R&D. Probably need to make sure these rockets are a little safer. Sometimes rockets explode. I was talking to Tanya about that recently, where, like, Australia had a launch failure recently, and I just was talking about that, and it's really interesting. Like, think of a technology that we've had for almost 70 years that has as much failure rate as rockets still. let's go back to our future missions. And we'll once again do just an orbital satellite. Seems like a good one. It does say that I can buy extra ones here. Purchase facility. Alright. Cool. We have 2 units on hand, only one of this. Let's get one more. Oof. Okay, I just wanted to see some of that. I don't think we want to recruit cosmonauts yet. We haven't even managed to put, like, a satellite up. We probably want to wait a little while. I think we just leave it there. Get another, future mission going. Let's do an unmanned suborbital. On pad 2. Or we can't do an unmanned Earth orbital? There, we'll do a Venus flyby instead. Why would we need a vehicle? More than the rocket we already have. Weird. Oh no! The US got a satellite first! That's unfortunate. This makes you want to play Kerbal Space Program. This is really neat. Okay, so I think that we're on... This is the still animations part. We have the person reading the information off each turn, and that's still animated. But I think that the stills are there, so I'm going to change that and just see. This is always FMV.
Good evening. And now, due to a budgeting error and corruption, a large amount of funding is lost in paperwork. This concludes our news broadcast. I'm Svetlana Isvestia.
Alright, the KGB is reporting new information. Codename Rainbow. Class man. The KGB reports the United States are planning a joint manned orbitals docking? What? Already? Hot damn. Those Americans. Hey, Bright Shadow. Good to see you.
Skipped the fun part.
This is pretty good. I don't know. Have the Sputnik at a pretty high safety rating. Let's do a little more there. Let's assemble the hardware here. We got the Sputnik 2. Oh, we need a Cosmos. Gotcha, okay. That seems bad for,
Okay, let's run. Hey Cam, here for my once in a while check-in.
Yo, Bander! How am I? You know. Yeah, like, we don't have the money for that. Yeah, we definitely want to scrub that. Right. Yeah, so we could rush this early. We're just gonna go ahead and leave it, though. I'm doing okay. The cat was really, really sick. We spent, like, God, $6,000 or something on him in the last month or two. He's been really not feeling good. Aww. We had to pill him up tonight again. Now we have to give him home injections too, which is gonna be good. Yeah, he got hospitalized for like 3 days. That's not cheap. But we got him back, and he's healthier. So he's been doing okay. We're now giving it, like I said, we have to give him vitamin B12 injections for a little while, so we're going to start that this week. We're getting on all that. He's doing a little bit better, so thankfully things are looking up that way. My hand is... I broke my hand again this year, I don't know if you know. I broke my left hand last year. I broke my right hand this year. And I'm out of a brace. I can actually, look at that, I can kind of squeeze my middle finger down. Just a little bit. I can get to there. So, like, you know, I'm getting a little bit. I can't straighten it. If you look, like, it doesn't straighten the same way that my other fingers do. It's really tense. It ends up, like, slowly kind of going like that and curling, and then it's hard to straighten. So we'll see. I'm hoping that he's doing okay. He's getting another follow-up for blood panels and stuff. Like $600 worth of tests again on Thursday. But that should be the last for a little while unless we get some other really bad news on it. Hopefully not. And then I've got my own medical problems beyond the hand that I'm still waiting to hear back from. Because I am currently unable to stand up without almost fainting. Which is not great. But other than that, I'm doing great! Things are doing real good. No, sorry to hear about the standing issues. Yeah, you know. Sometimes you just have, like, problems with your ventricles. Sometimes your heart's just bad. Hey, we got a satellite, baby. Hopefully it's not actually that serious, but I have some of the results. I just gotta wait for a follow-up and see.
And now, the Soviet Union has constructed a tracking ship to assist in relay and communications with satellites and deep space missions. This concludes our news broadcast. I'm Svetlana Izvestia. Good night.
Thanks, Svetlana. Alright, now we're talking. We got some real stuff going. Let's jump ahead a little bit and research... Maybe not the Vulcan. Let's go with the N1. We'll skip over the protons. This is cool that you can just kind of decide where to put your stuff. Yeah, if you just don't pay any attention to the bad things, I'm doing fantastic. can't put anybody on this. No program initiated. So, how do I initiate the program? I have to purchase one? I think that's what it is. Yeah, okay. Now I can research it. Gotcha. That seems backwards, but... Alright, sure. I still have a A-series and a Sputnik. I love that, like, Venus flybys and stuff are way easier than lunar. Which, like, I'm sure that's accurate. Don't get me wrong. It's just one of those things where you're like, well, it's closer. It's fine. It's like, yeah, no, it's not. It's not. Yeah, so we would need to have a different vehicle is the problem. I don't think there's any advantage, really, to doing another satellite. But we have it, so I guess we might as well. A stormfront blocks the launch window. Any scheduled missions are canceled. Oh, that's cool. That's fun. KGB has new information. The US is planning an unmanned suborbital flight. All of our stuff is canceled, so we'll just wait.
Good evening. And now, a Soviet scientist who went to the West has been rescued by Soviet agents and is brought back to work for the space program. R&D will
Perfect.
accelerate this season.
Glad we rescued them. Wouldn't want any of those horrible capitalists to get their hands on them. Alright, let's research that a little bit. And let's get a Cosmos satellite. Safety factor's already pretty good, but I'd like to up that a little more. Try and launch this rocket yet. It's only at 35%. We might wanna hold off a little bit. I built a second launch pad way too early. I was just kind of curious that we could. Oh, we don't have it because we don't have a mission. Okay, gotcha. Hold up. Did we... We still have a Sputnik. And we have an A-series. So... Okay. Oh, that's assigned, but it's for a future turn. Right. Okay. Oh, man. The U.S. has beaten us twice. Very accurate for the space race. The U.S. won. I hope you're doing good too, chat, by the way. Like, Vanderbilt. I really appreciate you stopping in, saying hi. I am actually doing good. Like, despite all the things that I'm talking about that have been going wrong and that I've had a bit of a wacky schedule because of it, I am feeling good. And they got a manned orbital? Oof. Dang. Two at once. Yeah, so now we're getting like a little bit of footage instead of just still images. There's certainly some footage too. The footage is very 1993. This is rad, though. This is really cool. Doing this with, like, all the hidden information in a play-by-mail would have been really cool back then. Our budget has increased. The next launch must be manned.
The General Secretary...
Okay. I gotta hire somebody. Can't afford cosmonauts. Well, that's a problem. Initial cost is 18. I can't even hire. Okay, I can't even start that. I love cats. I also love cats. Things are better for me than a month ago. You got a job and moved a few thousand miles. Well, new job sounds awesome. Congrats on the move, I guess. You got a new kitten too? Oh, hell yeah. You should definitely post up some images of that in the Discord if you haven't. I'd love to see that. Oh, you now have a cereal dispenser with Cheerios in it and one with kibble, and you're hoping that you're awake enough in the morning to not fuck that up. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. So if I assign a future mission, and we just do another orbital satellite, will they get mad at me? I'm just kind of curious. Because we do still have some, right? Still have one Sputnik and one A-series. So maybe that'll be fine. Oh. But okay. So it seems like it's letting me. Yeah, all the cool jobs are paid in exposure. Why not rocket scientists? I mean, traditionally, from what I've seen of the US's rocket program, I thought that it was mostly paid out in pardons for war crimes. Well, good thing that wasn't a manned flight.
Good evening.
Job is good. You manage a game store and working on your personal projects.
And failure to meet quotas
That's really
cause a
cool.
loss of morale and lower productivity in R&D for 1 year. This concludes our news broadcast. I'm Svetlana Izvestia. Good night.
Somewhat relevant. Tom Lehrer died recently, unfortunately. Not that I can think of any reason why I would be thinking about that right now. Tom Lehrer's entire bodywork is up on his website for free until it isn't. I mean, he said that it was.
Man whose allegiance is ruled by expedience. Call him a Nazi, he won't even frown. Nazi schmatzi, says Werner von
He did say that it should just all be free, so I'd imagine that that should hold.
Say that he's hypocritical.
I'm hoping it does because he released copyright on him, so I'm playing it.
Once the
He's
rockets are
apolitical.
up, who cares where they come down? That's not my department, says Werner von Braun.
God.
Some have harsh words for this man of renown, but some think our attitude should be one of gratitude, like the widows and cripples in old London town, who owe their large pensions to Werner von Braun. You too may be a big hero. Once you've
So
learned
let's
to
get.
count backwards to 0. In German or English, I know how to count down.
Let's get a capsule and start researching.
Says Werner von Braun.
Yeah, it's all archive. I'm not super worried about losing it, but you never know. Hmm, 35%. Let's bump that number up a little bit, shall we? Initial cost 18. Whew. Go back to R&D. R&D cost per team. We can do that. Wait, do we have a mission? Yeah, I don't... Pretty sure we don't actually have that. Let's scrub this. Because, we don't even have that stuff right now. Yeah, we have no... Oh, I have a Cosmos satellite. Right, we do have one of that. Could try to get one? They wanted a manned probe, though. So I think we just wait. Yeah, we need to get another cosmonaut. Well, or a single cosmonaut, in fact. Ooh, ouch.
Good evening. And now, the Central Committee grossly underestimated the development costs for the space project. R&D costs an additional 1 MB per scientist team permanently. This concludes our news broadcast. I'm Svetlana Izvestia. Good night.
Yeah, digitizing information is always a bit of a hazard. You are not wrong. Aha, neat.
And now,
Okay, so Vostok.
brilliant Soviet engineers have, by analysis and engine tests, foreseen a potential failure mode on a program.
We
The
fixed
next
it.
failure in
That's
that
pretty
program
good.
will be avoided. This concludes our news broadcast.
That's why you back up all your games onto cuneiform tablets. Well, I mean, hopefully you don't get any bad bronze, though. Trying to put it on bronze tablets could give you some problems. Ah.
Good evening. And now, the internal security delivers a top scientist to work for the space program.
Oof. Doubling the cost on that was a little rough. That R&D cost, though. I'm still gonna buy the initial one so we can at least start researching it. Yeah, 5 though.
Good evening.
That is not a thing that I think the Soviets did. I do like that they're just kind of, no, everybody used a lot of ex-Nazis. It's fine. Paid them great and everything.
Our news broadcast.
Yeah, don't worry, the tablets are clay. Enasir can't hurt us. Sweet. Love to protect from Enasir. Our safety factor's getting pretty good on that one. Oh my god, the cost of that, though. There, we'll put it to 92. And we got our EVAs up too. Alright, now we're starting to cook. They got a 2-person craft, manned docking, and a spacewalk? We're fucked. Oh no. It's okay. As everyone knows, the only thing for the space race that matters is getting to the moon, right? Right? All of those other steps were definitely just to get to the moon. That was the end goal, and there was nothing in between, so the US won. That's it. The US won. Don't think about it. And they got a lunar flyby. Dang.
Good evening.
Yeah, the Soviets did use some ex-Nazis at first. I don't think that they pardoned them in the same way, though. I don't think they had, very comfy time there. I don't know, I'm no expert. I have to save a lot to get this Volcon rocket. Wow, we've now got a color TV set.
Good evening. And now, the Soviet Navy.
Okay, that's kind of rad. Look at that.
Recovery trial.
That's really cool, actually.
This concludes our new
Like,
project.
changing this from black and white and having her hair and costume update and everything. That's fucking rad. Holy shit. That's really cool. They did a lot of little details for this game. I like this thing a lot. Playing against another person would have been really neat with this. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little better. About some of our chances of this R&D actually launching a manned flight. Let's get an L3 module. And then we can just, like, change the duration of how long they stay up. Caution for a manned Earth orbital. Oh, also, what am I doing? I can't do this. I don't have a cosmonaut. Uh-oh.
Good evening. And now, the
Politburo member visits training facilities. He appears to be pleased, but reports from Moscow are critical of space operations.
That sounds bad for me as director. I extremely need to do this. Capsule pilot, endurance. LM pilot. Docking stuff doesn't matter. I love that this is like a sports game now. Like, oh yeah, like, do you want a 98% passer or like a goal scorer? So how many applicants do I get? It said 7? Yeah, remaining position 6, okay. Yeah, this game is wicked smart. This is really cool. One position left. Let's get another 3 endurance. Yeah, so you can just like transfer everybody, do the whole thing. Docking training, endurance training. There's a lot of stuff to learn in this game. If you were playing against somebody else, you could get really into this. So I don't think that we actually have them yet. Dang. Do not explode, Yuri Gagarin. Hey, listen. I can do what I want. Flipboro can't stop me. Until they can. Until they decide to execute me. It does suck a little bit. Yeah, okay, there we go. I think maybe space skips that. I was trying to figure out a way to skip that. I guess there is a way.
Good evening. And now, the new Marshal Kamenov proposed to the Supreme Soviet that space funding should be directed to...
Uh-oh. You want to get me fired? So, should I not have... Like, where are our cosmonauts at this point? Basic training, there we go. Okay, basic training too. So they're gonna take a little while to get out. Gotcha. We needed to train them up a lot earlier than this. Is what I'm hearing. Yeah, this thing gets really complicated. That's cool. This thing is super neat. I guess we should go for more than 75% safety. I guess. I think we're good with that one. There we go. Okay, we got maximum. So our EVAs are... they only fail 9% of the time. It's fine. Yeah, space doesn't... I don't... Maybe it does? I had to hit it a few times.
Good evening. And now, the new...
Oof.
The Ministry of Accounting has discovered waste and mismanagement in the space program and will deduct funding this year.
I need that funding. Basic training 3. Okay, still going. I'm gonna save up to try and get to the, Ooh.
Good evening.
The evil capitalists destroyed our safety.
That the evil capitalists.
Dang capitalists always fucking things up. Okay, we're done with basic training. That's good. Now we can go in. Pretty good capsule. Let's train lunar module. You need more endurance. You need more capsule. If we go to the Vostok program, he'll be fine, right? He's mostly trained. Oh, we need a backup. Okay. Not basic. Shoot. We need... So how do we facility transfer from capsule training? There we go. Yeah, you're already good in capsules. There you go. There we go. Where's the Vostok program? I do kind of hate this UI. It's really hard to tell what buildings are what. So I think that's good now. Guess we'll find out. So if we need a backup, okay. So is it just that then? We assign a primary and then somebody else that's just sitting there is gonna work for it? Do we need the, like, it's only a one-person flight, so we need the whole thing filled up? That doesn't make any sense, right? Let me take a look here real quick. Astronaut Complex Center. When you transfer access to a spacecraft program, you also assign flight crews. For example, 2 man capsule programs will need a primary crew of 2 astronauts and a backup crew of 2 astronauts. Any leftover stray astronauts will be sent back to the astronaut complex, or you can send astronauts by clicking the facility transfer button. Yeah, no, I'm assuming that you need backups for that, but I have the backup. That's my point. Oh, wait, did they get unassigned? They got unassigned. Okay. So maybe that's it. Why did they get unassigned? That's weird. Still saying that they're not there. Weird. Yeah, now they're not there. They're back here again. Why? Good question. Like... Like, they're here. Morale and compatibility. 2 assign astronaut, flight crew. 3 cancel, active flight crews. Doesn't say anything about where to put the backup. Huh. So if we don't assign them... No, okay, so they are in the Vostok program right now. This is real weird. I don't know why that's not letting us do it. I just wanted to see what we could get from here. Currently not enough people. Because this is the Vostok one. I want to guess it unassigned them. It didn't. So they're still in there. Huh. Like, I can't assign crew. If I assign flight crew 1 and flight crew 2, it didn't work. Like, I can't imagine we have to do all of that, right? That's... There's no way that we'd have to fill up the whole roster. It even says in the instructions that we don't. Huh. Well, I mean, I think that we've gotten what we need anyway. Like, that's so weird, though. Because, like, we only need 1 pilot, right? Like, that capsule is 1 person. Everything in the information tells us that we just need to do that. It's the one thing that I'm missing. Don't get what it needs from me here. Huh. Okay. God, you can even with their crewmates and everything. Let's see. We don't need other crew here. Like, normally you'd have to assign positions and it would have the colors. But it's a 1-person capacity. So... Getting the capsule Komarov, or I'll have to send it Bykovsky again. And it's still just gonna say no, right? Huh. Okay, I just want to see if we do that. How many does it need? How many is it going to tell me is okay? Because one's kind of killing me. I need a primary and backup. I have backups for the backups for the backups. Like, let's hope we don't have to get to Popovich. This is a rad game, though. As you can tell, because I keep playing it. Even though we've been done for a while, I could definitely rank this thing. Yeah, I don't know. That one's causing me an issue. That's okay. We are... Like I said, it's at the point where I should probably just be... Director's ranking. Whew. Doing good. We're keeping our ranking nice and level, see? We're closer to 1. They're like 120. Who wants to be... I want to be number 1. That's the ranking. There you go. One assigned, one unassigned at all. I've done that like 10 times. Like, if we unassign them. So like, 2 assigned, 2 unassigned. Not enough astronauts. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't need 7 people for a one-man mission. Like, super weird. I don't understand what they want there. Like, maybe they just need you to have more cosmonauts? Like, you just actually have to do all of them? I don't know. Huh. 1% capacity. Yeah, I don't know. Alright. I have a different thing to do. Actually, there we go. Yes. I would like to see what on earth happens when I computer in computer. Oh, will it not let me? Dang, I had to know. Tragic. Tragic, tragic. Yeah. Computer versus computer is definitely something I always look for in these style of games, because sometimes they just let you watch some of the raddest, weirdest shit because of that. I was real excited about it too, yeah? That is definitely... There's a reason we looked at this, because that is going to knock it down a point or two. Or rather, it would have lifted it up a lot of points if it was possible, because that is super rad. Oh, sure, in real life, actual missions need, like, tons of support staff. But it's not talking about support staff, it's talking about the actual people that are going in the capsule. And I don't think that they go... They need redundancy to make sure that they have people to call up if there's, like, an issue, like someone said, like, you get a flu the day of for the launch. But I don't think that they generally need, like, 12 groups of redundancies. That's maybe a little absurd. So, I don't know. Doing something weird there. In any case. Hey, cool. I'm just getting ads on YouTube again instead of being able to play my music. That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and rank this. Thank you for suggesting it. That is a really neat game. I would have definitely done a lot of, like, play by email messing around with that back in the day for sure. Like, especially being able to strategize hiding, like, a certain amount of your stuff. Like, because there's ways to just R&D later things and then do later launches and stuff because of that and kind of hide what you've got from your opponent. That's really neat. So you can make it look like you're just not getting anything accomplished and hide all of the information from them. this thing was really neat. I was surprised how cool that is. I don't think it's a Tyrion 2000. I really, really liked this, though. It's not better than Operation Carnage. I don't think it's better than Incredible Machine. Or, yeah, okay, it's not SimCity 2000, let's be honest. The music is okay, but it's not, like, incredible or anything. I think it's close to SimCity 2000, though. Especially being able to play against another person is really neat, and having, like, play-by-mail options. I'm a big fan of that. I think it beats out Covert Action is the thing. This is definitely a top 50 game. This game is really cool. I would play this again. I think I might like it more than Lords of the Realm. Yeah, it doesn't beat SimCity 2000, but it's close. Congratulations to Buzz Aldrin's Race into Space? A game that I played way longer than I meant to because it was really interesting. Thank you for that suggestion. I've been thinking about, by the way, that's our last game of the night for the rankings. I have been thinking of doing a Heaven or Hell version of this and having, like, a selection of, like, the bottom 50 and a selection of the top 50 games. And randomly, like, rolling off to see which ones we get and, like, finishing that game. Or spending, like, streams flipping it between a bunch of them. Syndicate, Ravenloft, and MechWarrior are all about to drop out of the top 50. Yeah, it hurts. I know. I mean, Ultima Underworld's already off. It bumped off Ultima Underworld. The Star Trek 25th Anniversary game is also really cool. That game was really neat. A stream for finishing All Dog. Sign you up. Yeah.
These dishes just aren't getting clean.
Problem isn't your machine.
You'll give me Stair Quest on Discord. It's not a DOS game, but it's very much a DOS game. Sierra Joke game. God, you don't have to make fun of Sierra games. I'm already here to do that. They make fun of themselves. I think the highest ranking Sierra point and click that we have is Space Quest 3. Barely in the top 100. I think. I'm pretty sure that's the one that we've ranked the highest. I have not enjoyed the Sierra point and clicks. In here, let me see. So is... Okay. Yeah, I have not seen any Stair Quest games. They're not actually DOS games, so I'll have to take a look. Oh, that's true. Okay, you're right. I do have to give Sierra props for the one thing. They did one thing right, and that was by making a point and click that wasn't actually a point and click. Which was Quest for Glory 4. Which we definitely put a lot higher. Yeah, there we go. Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness, 81. That was a strong game, yeah. I mean, when you look at what it's around, You might be like, it's 81. That's not that strong. I mean, it's above Tomb Raider Gold, Alone in the Dark, Jazz Jackrabbit, like Red Baron, Sim Earth. It's above a lot of games. It's pretty cool. It's still a Sierra game. But yeah, Quest for Glory 4 is definitely better than Space Quest. In any case, thank you all for being here. I will be back ranking more DOS games next Monday, and I'll be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock Pacific doing a little more Balatro. Because we've been doing a lot of Balatro running through recently while my hand recovers. We're going to do Blueprints on Thursday, Balatro again on Friday as I'm going up through the chips. And on Saturday, I have an exciting thing to do. We're going back to Rogues Day. I am going to try, because I'm able to take my hand out of the brace for a while. Oh yeah, no, there are some non-point and click Sierra games that I've ranked fairly high. That is true. I'm specifically talking about the point and clicks. But we're going to be trying to do Rogues Day again on Saturday. I'm really excited for that. My hand is doing a lot better. So hopefully I'll be able to like use a controller for 30 minutes at a time is kind of the hope. So we'll be re-debuting Rogues Day starting on Saturday. I continue to work on getting my hand strength back. And thank you all for being here. I'll be back, like I said, tomorrow. And don't go away, because I'm going to host you over to somebody else.